Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Fit Life Champions in Denver, Colorado. This is Dave Glaser. We are taking a step out of the office today and actually getting out into the studio space for a little variety. Welcome to week 3 of your mentorship program. I wanted to quickly jump on Facebook Live here in the group so that we could just briefly cover, go over exactly what's going to happen this week in your mentorship program. So we've identified our ideal client. We worked through our true purpose of why we're creating this business in the first place last week in your mentorship program. We introduced you to online training last week. Hopefully you have been able to conceptualize how that is duplicatable from one client to the next. And we can again talk about that on the upcoming weekly phone call. Thank you very much for reaching out to me already with your top 3 questions. That's amazing, so that we can save time and streamline those calls. Now that we're getting more people involved on those calls, we want to just make sure that everybody has contact and can address their business specifically. But I believe that that big benefit, that huge value for you guys is listening to your peers, knowing that you're not alone. You're not in this by yourself. Yes, you have me as a resource, and please reach out in the closed Facebook group via email, and then any of the other methodologies that we have for connecting and communicating throughout the week during your mentorship program. So this week we're talking about finding clients. All right, we've identified our ideal client. We've discovered our purpose. Why do we talk about our purpose first? Because people buy why. People buy why you do it and not what you do. So jumping back into week 3, finding your very first clients. Where do we find them beyond our family and our friends? From that hot market that's just ready to go. They're always paying attention to what we're doing. You know, that's probably why my mom was my first client, is because she was front and center. She watched me go through college. She watched me go through discovering my purpose and finding out why it was that I wanted to build a business, and she jumped at the chance to be my first client. And 5.5 years later, here she is. She's still rocking and rolling at 65 years old, crushing it twice a week. My dad tags along. He's not so ecstatic about it. But anyways, that hot market is where we start. But how do we branch out and move on beyond that hot market into our warm and our cold markets? Well, social media is one place to do it. We're going to talk about how to do that, specifically Facebook. Why do we start there? Because that is the low-hanging fruit. You probably had a Facebook account a lot longer than you've had any of the other social media accounts out there, like Snapchat, younger. Instagram, younger, but still owned by Facebook. That's okay. It is easier to find potential clients through your personal Facebook page. And I've always attested to that in each and every piece of material, blogs or the ebook or Aspire Higher that comes out in December. Any of those materials, I've always professed that your personal Facebook page is your best strategy for building your business. And here in week 3, we're going to talk about why and how. I'd love to hear your creative ideas on the system that I've created for you. So please bring that to me, challenge the system. I welcome those ideas as well so that we can improve and move our businesses forward together. There's a system that we use called our daily method of operations, and we talk about why and how that benefits you and your business most when seeking out new clients. My calendar is divided into this daily method of operations 7 days a week, and it never changes. And that is the system that we create, expanding on why we have boundaries in our business, expanding why we work with clients within those boundaries, and what do we do outside of those boundaries. So, and finally, we're going to quickly go over what pain points are and how we use them to overcome the objections from week 1. During that consultation process, you're likely going to hear 4 no's. And that's what you want. You want to hear those 4 no's, because those, research says, are the top 4 pain points for your particular ideal client. And we can workshop how each niche is a little bit different. You know, our client in Germany has a little bit different of a niche than I do. However, I am his niche, so I can give him my perspective on how he can overcome the objections that I see are holding me back from reaching my goals. So thank you again for tuning in. It is week 3 of your mentorship program. We wanted to talk and give you the heads up about what's going down this week. I will talk to you Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Again, this is Dave Glaser, Fit Life Champions in Denver, Colorado. Talk to you soon.